Well,
have I mentioned that Lynn Family Stadium has been a house of horrors?
oh yeah. At least it wasn't 5-1. Oh,
Oh
brother.
my God! Just frustrating performance this afternoon for Detroit City as they took on Louisville City in a top of the table clash in the USL Eastern Conference.
I don't know if I want to call it a clash, like we say in the wrestling business, a squash match.
Squash match. It was just horrible.
Ugh.
It was just horrible to watch. I mean, early on, Detroit City had a chance. Darren Smith had a header that went right into the grasp of Damian Laws, the goalkeeper. Yes. And you thought Detroit City early on, okay, they're going to get the momentum going. They're going to be crisp. They're going to attack them. They're going to draw first blood. Not so much.
Not so much.
20th minute, we're looking at it right now.
Oh, brother.
Yes. Defensive lapse here by Detroit City. Ball finds Ray Serrano, puts it into the back of the net, 1-0 in the 20th minute.
Herrera had a hand in it, but wasn't enough to stop it. Just went in the net.
It was just it was the let's just say the harbinger of the day for Detroit City. After that, Louisville just locked everything down,
literally
for most of the first half of play, and Detroit City couldn't get any chances going, whatnot.
Yeah,
and
then when they get a chance, either they kind of wait, and they were sort of buffering.
Let's fast forward to the 33rd minute.
Okay,
here. This
here is a perfect example.
Jacil Cedeno, playing around with the ball.
Yes. Not too cute.
On a pass from Reese Williams. And
a perfect catch.
A perfect pass from Reese Williams. We caught the end there where just Cedeno's just playing with the ball. And then another Lou City defender comes on there, kicks the ball away out of harm.
Oh, brother.
And it was the day for Detroit City for the most part. Missed opportunities throughout the afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
They only had 4 shots on target, I believe it was. He's looking it up right now.
I think
it was 4 shots on target for the day for Detroit City FC. 8 shots total. 2 of them were blocked. 2 of them were off target.
The first half, Louisville had the advantage, 6-3. 1 shot was on target for Detroit City. That was the Darren Pitt header.
Yeah, exactly.
Louisville had 3 on target.
The perfect example is what we were just looking at was Cedeno. I mean, there was an opportunity right there. You figure if Reese got you the ball, control it, boom, hit, try to get a shot on target. But he didn't even attempt to get a shot on target.
No, he was just waiting. Oh, wait a minute, wait. And then when you saw he saw the defender was on the left, they said no, he was trapped, and they cleared it.
City had clearly like 4 in the box, right around the 6-yard box there.
Yeah.
And it just was a closed door at that point. Going to the second half of play, and let's fast forward here to the 55th minute of play here. Shall we say buffering?
Yes, buffering.
Buffering. Chance here for Detroit City at this point. Loss comes with the ball here.
I know.
It was just a perfect pass, perfect give and go opportunity.
You're right.
Here.
But a little too much.
Wrong place, wrong time.
A little too much mustard, and then all
the coin Neil rule, a little too much mustard on the hot dog on that pass there, and then it just went right straight to Damian Laws.
Yeah.
Fast forward about a minute later here, another opportunity for Detroit City.
Oh, in the box.
As you see,
Williams and line feeds in front for Smith.
Darren Smith.
It was Darren Smith.
It was
Darren Smith there with the opportunity. Loss comes up with the save on that.
Yeah, brother.
Another delivery right straight into the box, and he tried to clear the pass over, and that was Darren Smith. Misdirected right into Laz's hands, and
the good graces of Laz's hands. Yes,
yep.
I know.
But a few more changes in. Guanzati comes in. Maury Donor comes in. Jordan Abadiah Smith comes in. But it still wasn't enough.
Yeah, until the
77th minute of play here.
Oh, yeah.
Jansen Wilson
Off a pass.
With the goal right here.
Yeah.
Strikes it right back of the net behind Herrera. 2-0 your final.
I know. That's all she wrote. The Louisville big lady sung them out. Brother.
It was just a
pathetic performance.
It was a pathetic performance for Detroit City this afternoon.
Welcome to your truly angry mob, brother.
Yeah, it was not good. Not good at all.
It was horrible.
Even though we had more possession than them, 59-41 on the possession.
You're right. Total shots were even, but
10-9. Blue City had the advantage on that. But as I mentioned, 4 shots on target, 3 were off target for Detroit City FC. 2 block shots out of the 9 total shots on goal today. And even so, too, late in the game, there was a
red card foul. Yeah,
red card came out in the
84th minute. Kevon Lambert going for the ball, swept under Ryan Williams' feet. It was our fault. The referee deemed it was a dangerous play.
Johnny on the spot by the referee there, saw it, pulled the back card or pulled the red card right out of her pocket, and that was all she wrote. Louisville went down to 10 men. Didn't matter at that point.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Detroit City, just so many missed opportunities today.
Missed opportunity after missed opportunities after missed
It was just a day in which that Detroit City wasn't on. Different lineup for Detroit City. Herrera in net.
Yeah.
Newly acquired Tatenda Makruva being the backup today at a goalkeeper. No word to why Carl Saldana wasn't in the lineup this afternoon.
Good question.
They alluded to that. I was listening to here at the field house or here at the clubhouse. They had the feed from Lou City. I had the Channel 50 feed on the iPad here.
I know.
And even Joe Malfa, the announcer for the game, didn't get any word on what was going on as far as that goes. So that's something that we'll have to figure out as a week's time as we get into the next match, which is Monterey Bay.
That's a bizarre mystery there. Sandella, who's been okay for the first 3 games, and now
who knows if it was a knock during practice or what? But he did not travel with the team. He was not in the starting.
And that's what we talked about last week with Birmingham, Danny Trejo, who wasn't in the last few games because of a concussion issue. You don't think it that?
I don't think you can't really speculate on when you don't really know. When you don't really know,
we don't know. We're just amateurs. We're not around the team 24/7. You're hearing wordplay.
You're hearing what we are able to hear at this point.
It's just like the old Pro Football Weekly radio show saying what we know. The segment of off the field news and all that. So we don't know. Sorry.
We'll find out in the coming week as far as that goes.
Yeah, you're right.
Your overall view of the match, obviously, we hammered the point down a little bit. But how disappointed are you?
I am getting a little disappointing. And besides, let's say this right now: if it was a bottom of the league team, we would be disappointed. But remember, this is Lou City, who have won almost 75% of their matches. I counted out since 2021, since we welcomed the fans back. 51, 8 losses, 10 draws. It's tough to play.
A fortress.
It is.
Family Stadium is a fortress.
Oh,
And Lou City is, and of course with the improving squad over the years there at Louisville, it's become a very tough place to play.
And you're right. It's just like this Louisville City team telling all the visiting teams, you saw you could beat us, but we are still the machine in the East.
They are the machine. You
can't beat them, knock them down. They'll just reform and reload and,
Year in, year out, Lou City every single year has the firepower and the personnel to do it, and that goes from Danny Cruz on down with that squad, and there's a reason why.
And now
it's a reason why teams find it a tough place to play, a tough fortress in the USL Championship.
Yeah, now top of the East. They won 1 versus 2. They did it with Loudoun last week. They did it with Detroit City. 10.301. The last one of the last few undefeated teams in the East.
Yes, and as of right now, 4 games played amongst the top 3 in the East.
Loudoun,
we're sitting in third. Loudoun's at 9 after their victory.
Yes.
Which we'll go through in the highlight package in a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, Louisville City claims the top spot once again in the Eastern Conference, proving that if anybody's going to go through that Eastern Conference,
it got to be a Louisville City.
It's got to be it's going through Louisville. And
I know.
That's what you call let's just say a foregone conclusion.
Literally foregone conclusion. You know what I mean?
Let's go over some highlights of other games as well.
There were 2 games that happened before our game. One of them at the same time. First, Hartford against El Paso.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll go around the sea here a little bit.
Position up here.
Well, his deliveries have been wonderful tonight. Could this be the moment for FC Tulsa? Packed penalty area. There's a flicked header and it's in! FC Tulsa! Late on! Have flicked the ball home! The fireworks go off because Calera has headed in and Arthur Rogers caught.
Ortiz making a run, header and a goal! Ackway in the 86th minute off the corner, and El Paso takes a 2-1 lead.
Madronda works the give and go, angles the cross back toward the penalty spot. Good leading touch! What a goal for San Antonio! Jake LaCava from 2 goals down to the lead on the road.
You can just see from Rhode Island a little bit too slow in possession. There is some space to be able to swing the ball, get the ball movement going, speed of play, and not allow Loudoun to step in.
That's too heavy a pass, though. Abukura comes on to it. Diving into the box, a low shot, a brilliant move. Abdul Latif Abukura. Goal number 3 on the year and opens his Segra Field account in 2025.
Nothing too fancy, but gets the job done. Super effective.
Beg your pardon, actually, that was Pat Hogan. But Murphy will take the compliment, no doubt. Out in front, though, Colorado Springs answers the bell. Marco Micheletto on
in. Will be on CBS. Great layoff here, big block. Mertz on the follow-up, buries it. One of the Steel City zone.
Absolute rocks at the back.
Ezra Armstrong, flag stays down for Ezra. Great speed to get to it. Got that wonderful left foot. Drops it back to Elquart! And how about North Carolina FC?
Arrow up front along with Gavalanes at Cagnoti.
great ball.
Over to the left-hand side. Had Gavalanes right there the doorstep. Hamid, not 1, but 2 saves by Tom Bacchus.
Armanakis takes it. Green off the woodwork. Wilson then tries, and it's a goal kick.
Here come the Crispin Kelp. Rebel Art has what's currently the go-ahead goal. Oh, look at that! Anton Zoidberg, wonderful placement with the flick of his head.
Ooh, that's the best I could do. But yes, Detroit City, onward, forward to the championship. Yes, big victory. Now on to the finals. Mad Cat, what went down in suburban Des Moines tonight?
Well, Steve, as they say in the song from Meatloaf, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. And sure enough, Detroit City comes away with the victory tonight in the MASL-W playoffs down at Buccaneer Arena tonight. Oh my God, let's go over the scoring summary. There was plenty of goals tonight down at Buccaneer Arena.
first things first, Kayla Addison got things going with a with the goal right here at the 14:02 mark of the first period, putting Detroit City up 1-0. Free kick came at the 10:22 mark, or actually it came at the 11:22 mark of the period. Free kick as Elise White puts it into the back of the net, and it becomes a 1-1 affair. Fatima Nasser would answer right back for Detroit City. Her goal would make it 2-1, and then Katie Coleman would put her name on the board here with this blast, and it's 3-1 Detroit City. Summer Green would get Detroit City's fourth goal of the evening, and it's 4-1 at that point for Detroit City. Iowa would answer back. Angelica Murillo with this goal right here, and Detroit City would be up by a score of 4-2. They would close out the half. Allison Lapointe with the shot here. Detroit City up 5-2, and with 2 seconds left, Kayla Addison closes out the quarter, making it 6-2. Second quarter action, Jennifer Panegro makes it 7-2 Detroit City. Then Emily Madison makes it 8-2 Detroit City. Iowa would come right back after Madison's goal, though. Karina Katz would put one into the back of the net, and that would be at the 6:53 mark. It would be 8-3 Detroit City at that point. Fatima Nasser right here scoring at the 6:18 mark, making it 9-3 Detroit City, and that's where they would stand at halftime. Iowa, though, but the third quarter, it was kind of quiet for the most part. Third quarter, Detroit City, Shannon McCarthy got a goal, Hannah Crum got a goal, and then 2 late goals by Allison Grutuis and Giuseppe Primo. That would do it for the Iowa Demon Hawks. Detroit City comes away with the victory. Final score 11-5. They go on to the MASL-W final, taking on the Chihuahua Savage, who ended up winning their match earlier tonight at Buccaneer Arena by a score of 6-3 over RPFC Dallas. And sure enough, Detroit City just dominated dominated tonight. That's all you can say about that. They dominated that game tonight. God dang. Let's look at, 6 goals in the first quarter, 3 goals in the second quarter, 2 goals in the third, and only giving up the 2 goals in the fourth quarter for an 11-5 victory tonight down in Urbandale tonight. Shots on goal total 11-5. that makes sense right there. But nonetheless, no Gabby Shriver tonight, no Coach Danny Evans. Didn't matter for that matter. Detroit City FC just comes away victorious tonight, and they earn a spot in the final. Now that final happens Sunday afternoon, 3:00 start our time. That means it's 2:00 over there, 3:00 start our time. Iowa Champions League Network for all the action. And like I said, this is a phenomenal Detroit City FC women's side that we're dealing with here, and at historic levels. They're 11th straight win of the year. What more can you say about this club? What more can you say about this club that hasn't already been said? and they got one more chance to make history, and that's coming up Sunday afternoon down in Urbandale. So for tomorrow, for the final, we're just gonna do after hours only. Let's start off. Let's do the preview right now, so that way tomorrow it's just after hours here. So post match after hours later on Sunday evening with the final result from down in Urbandale. So let's look at the tail of the tape here. Detroit City FC 11-0. Chihuahua Savage 10-1. You look at the two squads. They dominated their divisions. Literally, they dominated their divisions. The only trouble that the Savage had was against Dallas. And the last two games of the season, they were close affairs. The first game, Chihuahua won 6-3. The second game, Dallas came away with a 2-1 victory, and that was a back-to-back. Detroit's only sign of trouble against the Iowa Demon Hawks. That was a back-to-back. Detroit City ended up winning the first game in dominating fashion. I believe that was a let's take a scrolling down here. That was a 12-3 victory. The next day, they had to face a 2-goal deficit going into halftime, come back 5 straight unanswered goals to eliminate that result. They ended up winning the game 5-2. Different arena, same area, but different arena at that point. So they both showed their share of adversity as far as going into this thing. But when you look at it here, you look at the goal scorers. The gal to watch for there is Sylvia El Carlo, 27 goals on the year, tops in the MASL-W. Their assist leaders, Valeria Macias, Nelly Ramos, and Alcario. 14 for Macias. Ramos and Macario had 13 apiece as well. Total points leaders, obviously, Alcario with the most points in the league with 40 total. Ramos had 28 and Macias had 27. So the key here for Detroit City is to stop those big three for the Savage, and that defense has got to be solid tomorrow night when it comes to that, or tomorrow or Sunday afternoon when it comes to that, comes to those three going forward. So should be a good matchup. A lot of insiders are looking at this matchup as probably the matchup people wanted to see. A game buster squad like Detroit City FC that had a 69, a plus 69 goal differential, nice, against the team that dominated the South Division with a 116, a plus 116 goal differential, and these are two teams that dominated their divisions, and really and truthfully, the top two teams are going at it tomorrow afternoon or Sunday afternoon at Buccaneer Arena down in Urbandale. So we'll have highlights of the match, and we'll get all analysis tomorrow or Sunday night on After Hours. And Detroit City, as I mentioned, one step closer to bringing home some more hardware, more silverware to the Detroit City Fieldhouse. So, in a nutshell, the first part of the day, not so good. Second part of the day, a little bit better. So for me, it'd be 2 out of 3 ain't bad because, my boys ended up winning this afternoon. So nonetheless, but I digress. Anyway, we will talk to you again Sunday night after the final. Until then, folks, keep your feet in the ground, keep reaching for the goal.